What's up? Hey guys, today's movie review. This is sort of like I'm doing a horror series and a Disney series, so look out for them. Today's horror series, this is modern horror. This is called Evil Dead. It's a remake or a reboot of a classic movie called The Evil Dead. And this one, it is your generic horror that you've come to expect. It's a group of teenagers or 20-somethings, as you know, as any horror. They're stuck in a cabin in the woods, secluded from everywhere. Classic horror, and they unleash some shit. Classic horror that is gonna hunt them down one by one until they're all dead. Which is your basic generic horror. There will be spoilers in this, so if you want to watch it and you don't want it to be spoiled, then you should probably switch off now. So basically, there's a sister and a brother. And the sister is like a druggie, she's OD'd, she's nearly killed herself, and she has been clinically dead for a sort of time. So her friends and her brother take her away to this cabin in the woods, kind of to wean her off it. So like they're saying, like, we're not leaving it until you're clean, until it's all out your system. So she knows she's gonna have some horrible withdrawal rules, and like no matter what she says, no matter how she begs, we can't take her home. She's got to stay here. She can't drive. So the brother's there with his girlfriend, and two friends are there, and basically they try and stop her from getting the drugs and blah 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 blah, and just try and wean her off it. And she's fine, she's okay, she's having withdrawals and she's going a bit mad. But then she starts smelling something weird. She's like, oh, what's that? It smells like a dead body in here. And then they look under the carpet and there's a trapdoor. Wow, I haven't seen that before. They go down, there's this book that's wrapped in like a black bag with barbed wire and whatever. Like, wow. Oh, we've never seen this before. They bring it upstairs. Wow, we've never seen this in any horror movie before. And one guy starts reading it, and it's about and it says something like, "Don't read, don't write, don't hear." And the first thing he does is pulls a bit of paper on and uses that whole crayon trick he used to do on the trees to get an imprint of what's written down lightly. And it starts reading out what it says down the page, and it's already said, "Don't read, don't write, don't hear," or whatever. Don't hear, don't see, and he starts reading these words out, and it unleashes something, and you don't know what it is. So it's got the pictures of all these gruesome pictures, and the really graphic of like a woman caught in a thorn bush and burning and cutting herself and all this stupid shit. So basically, what happens is the druggie girl, is she's seeing all this shit, but she thinks it's the withdrawals, and her friends don't believe her. They think it's just withdrawals, but it's not. It's what they've unleashed from the book. Also, the guy that reads it doesn't bother to mention this to them. So the girl starts seeing a ghost girl everywhere and hearing things or whatever. So she tries to drive away, and it's stormy. She goes off the road when she sees a girl. She crashes into to the lake. She swims to the other side of the lake, which I don't get, because like the car's on the bank. So instead of like getting off and just climbing herself up the bank, that's maybe like 2 feet high that she could pull herself up on, she decides to swim to the other side, and she thought the car was going to explode or she was going to walk the rest of the way or whatever. She gets caught in a thorn bush and ripped to shits or whatever, and like everyone's just thinking, oh, it's just a withdrawal, she's just seeking attention, you can't take her home or whatever. When really it's not, it's the things from the book that are happening to her. So then she goes into the shower goes really, really hot, it's burning her face and her body, and she's getting 3rd degree and whatever. And she's getting burnt the fuck up. So then, like, people still think it's just a withdrawal. She's gone a bit mad. She's seeing things. She's hearing things. She's just going crazy. She's losing it. And then the guy reads the book and is like saying that when this energy has taken 5 souls, it will kickstart the Armageddon, all the same kind of shit you used to. So people start dying, but it's really cool. It's a generic horror, and you know what the ending's going to be when you watch it. And this movie could have ended about 3 times. There was 3 points where I was going, okay, I went to turn it off, and it's still not finished yet. So you're like, shit. They could have ended there, and there's about a 20-minute window where it could have ended at any time, and it didn't. But I actually quite enjoyed watching it, and I've seen a lot of horror movies. I've seen that kind of thing in horrors before. It's so generic and so basic, and so that's going to happen, this is going to happen. But it's quite good. Like the way some of them die and some of the action is quite gruesome. You know, you got people getting stabbed repeatedly in the face with a needle, and this girl gets a knife and she licks it and it cuts all of her tongue in half. And You know, a girl starts cutting her arm off and shooting nail guns at each other. It's like Saw, but it's really, and Final Destination. It's really graphic, but it's also a movie. And you watched it going, it wasn't scary in the slightest, but it was a fucking good film. I quite enjoyed that. So I think it is worth a watch. It isn't. If you don't like cheesy horror, this probably isn't for you. But it is kind of an interesting premise of they think she's seen things just like in every other horror, but she's not. It's real, and it's kind of the way things look. Some of it looks quite cool. Like some of the things do look a bit over the top and cheesy and whatever, but that's just that's the way shit has to be. It's really worth a watch. So if you want to give it a chance, I'd suggest watching Evil Dead. It's a good film. So the usual. Comment, rate, subscribe, whatever. See you later, you bastards.